The one thing about a big stretch, you get dizzy. If the stretch is good. Whew. Alright. It's me. I'm just here to talk about why you should not change your ways just to appease or please somebody else. Alright? So this all buckles down to peer pressure and self-esteem. If you have low self-esteem, then no matter what somebody says about you that they think you should change, you may go with it. You may not. I don't know. I'm just a guy with a big mouth. I'm just talking, okay, from experience. So you may or may not go with it. At the same time, though, you should think of the consequences on the other side of the spectrum. What I mean by that is, let's run a hypothetical real quick. So let's say if you had a unique walk. You walk like this, like a pimp. Boom. And then you have somebody say, man, boy, why you walking like that? Walk like a normal human being. Shoot. If you have low self-esteem, then you might take that person's, criticism. And you might say, all right, you know what? You're right. I'm just going to walk like this. Now, let me tell you why you should not do that. That walk applies to your personality. Alright? You should not let anybody change on how the way you do something. Seriously. Because if you do, then you're basically their bitch. For real, you're basically their bitch. Okay, so why in the hell would you want to change just so you can try to please somebody else? Or not try to, just so you can please somebody else. Why would you do that? Okay, now listen. There is something that we all need to acknowledge. How many people are in this world? Like 8 billion? Almost not. It'll be 9 billion in. I think studies has shown that 2050 there'll be 9 billion people on this planet. Those are too many people. Too many people. And that's too much stress to indulge for you to try to please everybody. You cannot please everybody, and you should not please everybody. I've said this before in one of my videos, that you should not please anybody but yourself, alright? Be a self-pleaser. Don't be a people's pleaser. For real. Don't. That's how you get a fat plate full of disappointment. Big old fat plate. Why would you want that fat plate of disappointment, huh? You don't need that. And you don't need to please everybody. See what I just did? You don't need that big fat plate of disappointment, and you do not need to please everybody. So, if you're the kind of a person watching this video to have that tendency to try to change who you are or change a part of you just because somebody else told you to, cut that out. Seriously, cut that out. You're only doing self-harm. You're making your self-esteem plummet down to the ground. That I'm telling you, that peer pressure and that self-esteem, they both coexist in a way. Okay, you can't have self-esteem without peer pressure, and you can't have peer pressure without self-esteem. So, like I've said, don't try to change who you are just to please somebody else. Don't do that, alright? Don't do that. It's not worth it. There are too many people in this world to try to please. Who cares what people think of you? Alright, I'll say it again. Who cares what people think of you? Not you. I hope not. You should not even give it a thought on thinking about what somebody thinks of you. For real, for real. I don't care who it is. You should not care. Have that mindset. Have that, what's it called? Have that abundance mindset to the point where you don't care about what anybody has to say about you. Anybody. Alright? If you don't, then that's just going to interfere with what you want to do with yourself and what you have to do. And like I said, that's going to create a lot of stress on you, and you will not be able to function correctly. And it's completely unhealthy. Why take all of that stress when you can simply just not care about what people have to say and just keep on doing what you're doing? With me, I don't let anybody tell me what to do. As a matter of fact, if somebody were to tell me what to do, I'll keep doing it just to make them pissed off. I learned that the hard way. I've been through so many of these self-esteem and peer pressure related experiences in my life to now know that it ain't worth it to have somebody tell you what to do and me going with that. Alright? So like I said, I don't let anybody tell me what to do. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't. What the hell am I gonna please you for? For what? I ain't gonna please you. You must have lost your dang on mind. You better not tell me what to do. Shoot, don't worry about what I'm doing. Worry about what you're doing. Stop worrying about what I'm doing, for real. Quit worrying about what I'm doing. You should not care about what somebody else has to say. Have that abundance mindset. Have that abundance mindset, y'all. This applies to both male and female. Both parties, not just male and not just female. Both of y'all. Have that mindset about you not gonna care about what anybody has to say. Anybody, for reals. I'm telling you, your life will be so much better. You'll just stay in your own lane. You ain't gotta worry about having stress. You ain't gotta worry about trying to change just to please somebody else, but you can't, because they're just gonna keep on They're just gonna keep on telling you to change more and more things. Let's run another hypothetical real quick. Let's say if you were the kind of a person to care about what somebody had to say about you, and you wanting to do what they told you to do. If somebody told you to jump off of a building, would you do it? Man, no, I ain't gonna do that shit. What am I, crazy? But you care about what that person thought about you, though. You care about what that person had to say. So you will have somebody to tell you how to walk properly, but you won't have somebody to tell you to jump off of a building? No. All right then. That's what I'm talking about. Work beyond that. If you're not going to let somebody tell you to jump off of a building, then don't let anybody tell you to change your personality trait or to change something that is applied to you, which means for who you are. Anybody. Don't let anybody tell you that. Alright? You ain't gonna let anybody tell you to jump off of a building, or you could let somebody tell you that, but you ain't gonna do it. Just ignore them. Just ignore them. That's all you gotta do. Don't care about what anybody has to say. Anybody. Don't try to please anybody. Your life will go so much more smooth, so much more better. Alright? Just formulate that concept inside your head about you having that abundance mindset. The whole key is the abundance mindset, which means you are not going to let anybody tell you what to do, for one thing, and you're not going to care about what anybody has to say, because you already know who you are. Okay, you know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, you know how the way you do something. You're a unique being. You are one for one. Unless you are a twin or a quadruplet or a triplet or some shit like that. But if you're not, then you are one of one. You should automatically have that abundance mindset to the point where you're not gonna let anybody convince you to change something that is from you. In other words, who you are as a person. You ain't gonna let anybody change that or try to change that. That's when you have that abundance mindset, y'all. Damn. Stop that. Just stop that. Alright. I'm out. I'm out of here. Whew. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you'll be notified every time I make a video. See y'all next time. I'm gonna say it again. Abundance mindset. Have that. Peace out, player.